Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. What you're looking at is Gary's engine. It is in the honing machine right now, and we're going to fit the pistons. We've got some Silvolite 80 overs going in this guy. It just cleaned up at 80 over, as you remember. And we're going to hone it and hand fit the pistons like you've seen me do on a bunch of other engines. I am expecting a ground crank any day now for Gary's engine. Remember, his crank was a real mess. I did send another one out immediately, and that has been shipped, and I should have that back early next week. So I'll get the honing done, we'll give it a final clean, and we can start putting this guy together. I do have a new old stock camshaft to replace the F-head cam that was incorrectly put in this one. So just about everything is coming together on Gary's engine. It's just a little bit of a everything takes time. The crank grinder is swamped, so we're having some longer delays getting cranks back. But one is on the way, and we'll get that assembled pretty quickly. So let's keep moving on, and got some engine and axle updates for everybody. Okay, here's Hal's L head. Cylinder head is on. ARP studs are in there, and everything's torqued down. Valves are in there correctly. Just working on. I have the oil pump for Hal's engine, didn't put it in yet, and the side cover is painted. I just got to get that put on there. Intake and exhaust that came off this engine were in really tough shape. I don't know if it's going to be worth trying to get all the broken bolts and heat riser valve and all that stuff and clean the intake and the PCV. I don't know if it's going to be economical to spend time getting those prepped or buy some of the new high quality intake and exhaust manifolds that aren't completely rusted to pieces. The accessories on this engine, the carburetor is not usable. I can't do a thing with the carburetor, and the distributor is locked up as well. So the accessories are a real mess on this engine, but most of the hard work is done. The engine is assembled. Now we just got to get some accessories on there. Starter and generator are already rebuilt, so this will be coming together pretty quickly. And Hal does want me to put it in the test stand with his transmission, transfer case, and overdrive. We'll lube everything, and I'll show you guys the startup on that. So that's coming as parts start coming in. Okay, here we are with Mark's engine. This is the one that was stuck terribly. This is about as bad as they come. We do have one broken head stud there, a broken head stud there, and a broken exhaust manifold bolt. And one of my viewers, Dave, has been wanting to see how I get broken bolts out, and I will show that for you, Dave, on these three. This particular engine had a lot of bugs and mud wasps and everything in it, and you can see they're all filled up. I think we can see in here, this is all just mud. This is just junk that bugs got in here and made nests and stuff. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try and zoom you in there. These tappets came out horrible. I had to actually get this on the press to press these tappets out. They were rusted very badly, and I think in that one you can see it scored. The bore is no longer good for putting standard size tappets in there, so I'm going to have to get a set of 4,000s over and machine the tappet bores. Don't get if you take a tappet out real hard and the bore is scored real bad or it's oversized, don't put the new one in there. It's just going to start wearing real fast. Get a set. There's plenty of sets of 4,000s over tappets, and we'll have to do that to Mark's engine. it is in bad shape, but the bore on it right now is 30 over, and we got some pretty deep gouges in here, so maybe 60. I don't know what it's going to take on this. I know it won't clean up at 40, but maybe 60, and we could always go to 80 if we need to. So I was able to get the crank out, and that has been sent out, and I got plenty of stuff to do on this before the crank comes back, so we'll get busy boogieing on this engine as well. And let's go over and take a peek at some axles now. Okay, here's Brian, and this M38 he has. I've got the pinion and the rotational torque set up, and I've got the front axle in primer. It's been perfectly cleaned, and it's in primer right now. There's his tub of bad stuff. The Bendix joints on those axles were in horrible shape. Those axles would not have stayed together, so I did find a set of new old stock spicer joints for him, and those will last as long as he's going to own the Jeep, that's for sure. Those are good quality new old stock joints, complete axles actually. And so he's coming along, and all the bearings for these two axles, these front and rear end here, and Chuck's front and rear end, I was able to get all the bearings in. This is a huge pile of bearings, but they're all necessary. Chuck's axles were a little worn out as far as bearings. We've got carrier bearings, we've got pinion bearings, wheel bearings in the front, wheel bearings in the back, seals, gaskets, everything. And you'll notice I always use Timken. You can always get a cheaper Chinese off-brand bearing, but when you're this deep into an axle, it's silly to use inferior quality bearings. I've been using Timken for years, never had any trouble with it. I was able to get a set of rear hubs for Brian's axle there. He did not send this with rear hubs. I guess they were messed up. So I do have a good set of used ones here for him. Things like his yoke are severely scored, and I'll show you the speedy sleeve and how to fix that when that comes in. And over here, I've just been cleaning and prepping parts for Chuck's axles, and I have brake parts on order. I have wheel cylinders and shoes, but all the bearings are here, and we finally have everything for Chuck's axles, so they could start going together pretty quickly, and things are moving along. You guys remember this frame that I fixed, and John wants me to get that in a rolling, running chassis, so I've got to rebuild the engine, transmission, transfer case, front, rear end, and steering box for this, and the engine is missing a bunch of pieces, and I'm kind of piecing his MB engine together. But he is missing the crank, and I'm looking for an MB crank. If anybody's got one out there, just shoot me a message. Okay guys, we're covering a lot of ground in this video. I just got to get a lot of information out there. A few videos back I told you guys about the lube shortage, and it's getting better and worse at the same time. Some things are available, some things are not. I am 100% out of transmission lube. A lot of guys have been asking for it. I am out of that completely. I do have differential lube for the time being for doing axles and stuff. Knuckle lube is in good supply right now. Steering box lube, I have, I don't know, maybe half a drum left. I have a lot on order, and it's coming in. I understand it might be coming here by September, but I do have some for now. And but like I say, transmission lube, there's nothing I recommend out there. I don't have a good alternative right now, and I'm working as best I can to get some more stuff in stock, but it's just not out there. So there goes another MB engine I'm working on right there. Had to get a new front plate for that, and one for John over there. But anyway, we're all over the place today. We're back to Gary's engine here. The lube shortage is real, and if you need stuff that I have in stock, now's the best time to get it. I'm shipping stuff every single day out to guys. If you need steering box lube, knuckle lube, or differential lube, it's here for a little while. Okay guys, tucked away in this corner is Adolfo's engine, transmission, transfer case, steering gear. And I rebuilt this a long time ago, and it's been forever, and I didn't have space because I had that CJ5, that V6 CJ5 in here. I didn't have space to get him in here, but he's finally coming in very soon, and I gotta finish him up. I gotta get him finished up. So he's a CJ2A. Got to repair the body, get everything running here. So there's a lot to do. I have a scrambler, full restoration scrambler project coming in first week of August, and I've still got to get Tom's CJ3A chassis in here, start the engine, and paint the body. Luzon red. That's one of those SGI bodies, and I'll show you more about that as I'm painting it and stuff. But with the amount of stuff coming in, I've had to take a real hard look at the future of what I'm going to do. I can't keep up this pace too much longer. It's just a killer. There's just too many engines coming in. The lube is like a business on its own. You know, the full restorations take forever, and they just keep coming in. And I have not been able to find any help, and I've decided to kind of scale back a little bit. I'm at the point where I could either get bigger if I had talented people, or, as I say, the talent isn't necessary at the beginning. You've got to have a little passion for it. I've not found anybody with passion for the restoration world, and so I could either get bigger or get smaller, and I had chosen to go the smaller route. I'll still take projects in. I'll still be rebuilding engines, transmissions, transfer cases, axles, but right now, if you're not already on the list, I'll be booking into next year already. It's just me alone in the shop, so it's hard to keep up with things. There's another pile of stuff. Everything came in like that. Got to rebuild it. There's just a lot of stuff to do, and as a one-man show, it's tricky to get things done. There's some more Brian's stuff here. I got the hubs apart and stuff. It's tricky, and right now I'm still keeping up with everything. I'm still putting the time in. I'm running 4 10 or 12-hour days in the shop, Monday through Thursday. You know, I start early, so I run like 4 to 4, and I'll run that Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'm trying to work on the house a little bit. We've bought this old farmhouse, and I have been not doing any work in the house for a while because the shop's been so busy. But that has to end. You know, I'm living in a house with no sheetrock, no floors down or anything like that, and I'm just started remodeling the kitchen, and I'm wiring it now, and I've got to build cabinets and put countertops in and flooring and stuff like that, and lighting and everything. So I need a little bit more time to improve my quality of life a little bit. Don't anybody worry about their projects. They are getting done. I'm just running a different schedule now. So if you don't get me on Fridays or Saturdays, I used to answer emails and stuff. Monday through Thursday, best time to get a hold of me now. Morning times are best. Email is best. I can't always hear the phone or get to the phone. And just trying to make a balance. Still running 7 days a week, but I need more of a balance between shop life and house life. And like I say, since I can't find anyone across the whole world, it seems like, that's interested in the type of work I do, we're going to cut back a little bit. I'm not sandblasting as much as I used to be. So I'm not taking on any sandblasting only projects. It's just too much. I've got a CJ5 body that's coming in, reproduction for a 74 CJ5, which I have to sandblast and paint. That's coming in end of this week or next week, I believe. But other than that, I'm not taking any sandblasting jobs in. You know, people that say they got frames or wheels or something like that. It's just not enough time in the day for me to do that. So I know I've kind of been everywhere with this video. I just needed to show everybody an update on their projects, and I am going to start loosening the shop up a little bit. The things are going to be for sale again, and some people have bought some stuff. Some people have missed out on some things. There's my step toe 20-inch shaper. That's going. I've got some drill presses and stuff that are going. I got some of these belt drive drill presses, and they work fine. I mean, I started with them and used them for years. I got this 2-spindle belt drive drill press. I used that quite a bit for putting seats in back before I got the seat and guide machine. I have another one over here, and these are super handy. They really you know, I use them quite a bit. But both of those are going, and there's just a bunch of other stuff. I gotta loosen the shop up a little bit, and things I'm not using are going. So any of this stuff interests you, just let me know. And I may, there's a big fly press there. I'm not sure yet, I may start getting rid of some of my Blacksmith stuff. I've been collecting Blacksmith stuff for years now. There's a cone. I've been collecting that stuff for years because I did plan on building a blacksmith shop. You've seen the start to the forge, but I don't know, I feel like I'm running out of life and I can't do it all alone. So there's some more stuff here, some blacksmith stuff. Alligator shear right there. Square and round cutter right there. You know, it's probably not going to happen. I'd probably just be better off cementing over everything and going, you know, using more storage space. Here's a, hard to see, but here's a little giant 100-pound power hammer, freshly restored, new motor on it, reversible on off. Made a nice set of dies for it out of S7. Completely gone through, ready to work right now. So anybody interested in blacksmith stuff, I'm right on the edge of deciding what I'm doing with that. Here's an old drop press 400-pounder. Probably is not going to happen. Like I say, life is just going too fast, too much work, and not enough time to get this stuff done. I'm still chipping away a little bit at a time on the sawmill, but to have a sawmill and a blacksmith shop, it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. Like I say, I just can't do it alone, and I can't find anybody interested in you know, getting into this stuff. You know, like I say, I've got the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff, but I need help finishing the forge and building the building and just getting set up, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So, like I say, it's time where I realize, you know, it's time to get smaller, not bigger. So that's what's happening. Sad to say, it's just, I guess, just the way the world's going these days, where you know, I'm just a one generation thing here. I thought that this might live on and somebody might take it over, but clearly that's not the case. So, like I say, I'm still getting jobs done. Don't worry about that. I'm still putting out quality engines, transmissions, transfer case, all that stuff. And I still am working a 48-hour work week, so I'll do them, but I need to catch up a little bit. So, like I say, if I talk to you already, and I gave you a date when you could come in, I got guys coming in September, October, November, that's cool. I'll still take you in. As of now, there's old Blacksmith leg vise right there. As of now, I'm booking into next year. So, that's where we're at right now. Again, sorry that I'm all over the place, but I just need to get some information out there, let people know what's going on with their projects, and give you the gist of the future of where I'm going. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I will catch you on the next one.